Hi everyone, I'm really excited for tonight. I actually been waiting for like a whole month for this. And here we are. So we have a special presenter, Karen Bunker. She's going to share with us, yay, about sharing our light online. You know, we're living in this era where we have social media, we have connection to people all over the world, and we have things that we want to share. Things that are very important and we want to have greater reach. And Karen just, so awesome to volunteer to share with us what she knows about this. So I hope you guys take notes and benefit from it, because you know what, we can be hiding in, hiding in our, little space and doing what we do at home, but we can also share our light, whatever we're doing with others, and just connect to people all over the world. So what I learned so far has been super great, but I'm excited to learn more things tonight. So Karen, you want to take it away and just maybe tell people a little bit about you?
Yeah, so let me share this screen so we can just at least get started. Okay, can you guys see that all right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the table of contents. Hi, I'm Karen is the first part. I want to start out with this scripture. For God who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," made his light shine in our hearts. 2 Corinthians 4:6. And I think it's important to start out with that because everything we do, everything I do is based on the light that he has bestowed on me and my journey in learning to share that light with the world. So, hi, I'm Karen. You can see those are my two profiles that I'm at right now. You'll see this is my personal profile. It's a Smart Goal Life. If you go there, it's very sparse and very deleted because it was a business profile for the last 7 years. And it's mostly wiped clean right now because I want to restart. I want to rebuild it. Kind of my background in that is I used to sell on Amazon. I would build my own products, market my own products, and I would sell on Amazon. And we would run about $500,000 a year in sales, and it was all self-taught, self-learning, just a commitment to growth and building myself and building myself spiritually and mentally and physically. And that's really where a love for people came in, and understanding why people bought things and why people, what they were drawn to. And right now I just barely took the job at Western Timber Frame, which is my husband's. He's the CEO of this timber pergola outdoor landscaping company, and they're quite successful. And I just took the job as head of marketing over there. So you're welcome to follow either of those pages and see what comes from them in the first few months, because we're doing a lot of trial and error and experimenting in this phase. So you're welcome to follow those and see what I'm doing in real time. My personal one isn't going to be active for probably a good month, but just so you know, that's my little spill about why I know what I'm talking about. So why social media matters today. I stole this picture because what really matters about social media today and why it's important is because you have the chance to meet people that you would have never had the opportunity to meet. And there's so many people who are on the same as you, who have things to share with you and teach you and help you grow. And sometimes I know I have felt really lonely on my spiritual path, really, even though I have people that I love and family and friends, sometimes I felt really alone. And why this matters today is because when I'm in trouble, I have a group of people who I can count on their prayers and really count on the prayers, and knowing that they're reaching God in my behalf, and knowing I'm connecting and making a difference too. And so the biggest reason why social media matters today is people, and it's always people. God says, this is my work and my glory. It's for us. It's all about people. It's all about relationships and connection. So we have an opportunity to shine light in a dark world, massive reach, journaling your life, connect all over the world. And what I learned recently, and this is a big one for me, is that it's a way that we can minute by minute, decision by decision, hone our intuition. And that's a huge opportunity. It's if you take it, if you take the time to listen and act and listen and act and listen and act about what you should be doing, about sharing who you are and sharing your light online. Another scripture, I have made you a light that you may bring salvation to the ends of the earth. Acts 13:47. Okay. So this is just a graph. You can see it's recent. The most active, most used social platforms in the world, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, WeChat, TikTok, Facebook Messenger. And then you get into all these foreign ones. And some not. But what we're going to focus on tonight for our purposes are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And it explains why in there. Facebook has the biggest opportunity to reach people worldwide, which is super important for what we're doing right now. If you think about the India opportunity, Messenger, Facebook and WhatsApp just recently joined forces somewhat. And so you can use WhatsApp with Facebook. And in a group setting, like what we're doing right now, Facebook groups is the biggest opportunity we have. Instagram, connection, gallery-based, consistency, highest pay-per-view rate. So if you're going to become an influencer, Instagram is where you're probably making your money. Let's see. And with those two, well, actually, I'll get to that in a second. And then TikTok. TikTok right now is the biggest opportunity for growth, period, right now. And that's going to change. Social media is always, always, always changing. But the reason why TikTok is such a huge opportunity is because every single video that you put out, they aren't sending it to your followers like Facebook and Instagram, which with Facebook and Instagram, for the most part, you have to be following someone to see their content, right? TikTok, with every single video that you post, it is sending it to a different batch of people. And if it does well with that batch of people, then it sends to more people. And if it does well with that batch of people, and that's it sends to more people. So you have this opportunity where even if you have 0 followers, you can go viral with one video. Now, that's not saying that you will, but you have this opportunity for growth and for TikTok to do the work for you to find the people that like who you are and what the content you are like the content that you're putting out. And so, and with that, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube are all jumping on board. So what I've seen in this last, I've been working at Western for about 3 weeks now, and just this last week, so we've only been doing one week of TikTok videos, and you'll see down further kind of the plan that I'm sharing with you guys. That Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook are pushing their reels and their videos and their shorts. And you have this opportunity to create a TikTok and share it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts with one piece of content. And they're all pushing this form of content right now. So it's a huge opportunity. It's a huge opportunity to have some of the work done for you and have the people you want to find follow you. I kept this graph up, and you can change it, but really the point is target who is your avatar. Jade's lesson on this just goes perfectly with this idea, but you can just kind of like, just things to think about. Like, for the most part, you're probably targeting women, and for the most part, they're probably in this age range. And it's just a good idea to have one of the things that you can think about. I put this up that you posted, Jade, as well. I just screenshotted some of your stuff because it fits so well. Jade, one of the things that I love about what you're doing, Jade, is you take a lot of action. In fact, I don't know if I've ever met someone who takes so much action immediately. And but I love that. So who are you, for one, and who are you looking for? The task and the gift of vulnerability and authenticity. So Jade filled this out, and I just love it up.
All right, this is Karen. She gave me an assignment. She's kind of my coach as well. And when she asked me to do it, I'm like, okay, Karen. So I did this.
I know you take action. I have to keep up with you. But yeah, I mean, and it's so clear. It's almost like you can feel who she's looking for, and you can feel who she is in that. And so with any social media, and this is why I wrote the task and the gift of vulnerability and authenticity. It is everything that you are. I mean, that sentence is what you are trying to achieve in social media. It's the willingness to show up vulnerably and authentically and let the world see and say, I want that. I want some of that. There's something about who she is that I'm connecting to, that I want to know more, that I want to learn more, that I believe that she can teach me, and I have something to offer her. And so I would definitely take some time, and it can be over a few months. Don't let this one assignment hold you up from starting social media, but take some time and think about who you are, what message you have to deliver, and who you're looking for. So 3 pillars of social media: vulnerability, consistency, connection. Commitment to authentically show up fully as yourself, break through the walls of self-doubt, welcome self-analyzation. And I have this at the end as well, but I just want to throw this out. Welcome self-analyzation from God and from trusted friends. So welcome people who are in the, I mean, I think it's a Rachel Hollis quote, how she said, don't let people make decisions who aren't in the ring with you. If they're just on the sidelines watching a fight, they don't get to help you make decisions in your life. If they're in the ring fighting with you,
it's like Brene Brown, isn't it? Yeah. Huh? Brene Brown, right?
Yeah. One of the big self-help gurus, or all of them. but just welcome self-analyzation from the right sources. Like, it's a good thing to constantly reevaluate in a safe and godly and connecting way. Don't welcome analyzation from comparison, competition, people who are just showing up to criticize your life. Don't welcome that kind of self-analyzation. Consistency. Consistently share who you are in your message. Stop looking at results. Focus on receiving light and shining it. So in the last, I don't even know, since social media started, so much has been about followers, like how many followers you have, and et cetera, et cetera. And I can tell you that that's not what matters. So, I mean, I helped a friend launch a social media page that I want to say she only had like 300 or 400 followers for the first month, and she was getting several DMs every day about her products, and because she was creating a product, and who she was and the person that she was shining through so clearly that people were drawn to her. And now I'm in a situation where the company that I am helping with their marketing has 128,000 followers on Facebook and are getting like a few likes per post, you know? And so I can tell you, it's like followers don't matter. The number of followers don't matter. What you're looking for is consistently putting across your message and believing that people are going to find you and that you are going to find the right people. So consistency, connection, connect and give. Truly, you aren't connecting to get a sale. You aren't posting to get a sale ever. I mean, that's my take on it. And I know that there's different ways of doing it, but you are posting 100% to give value and create a piece of your heart put out into the world, a piece of you put out into the world, and people will come for the sales. Believe in yourself, believe in others, make friends, and again, give fully. So vulnerability, consistency, connection. How and what? So I mean, there's so much how. I mean, you're talking about per platform, you could spend days or weeks on each platform and its intricacies and best practices. But what I try to do here is show you guys what you're going to see the most value in the quickest. And what you'll be able to hopefully have some things that you can take home today and implement and start growing your business and etc. So where he says order on order, order on order, line on line, line on line, a little here, a little there. Isaiah 28:10. And this is just a reminder to one of my coaches talks about how not taking the whole elephant, taking a bite at a time, not eating the whole elephant. It's kind of a African proverb of not eating the whole elephant, taking a bite at a time. And social media is just a huge undertaking, but just to take it step by step by step by step by step, and not to be like, ah, and just give up right away. First things first, if you don't have any of these, I would recommend set up an Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I should have added, but I would also set up a YouTube account where you can get subscribers, just so you can do shorts, because if you're already taking the effort to do TikToks, you might as well spread that as far as you can. Set up your profiles. I would also recommend linking Instagram and Facebook if you can. That's kind of another feat, but if anyone needs help overcoming that, you can call me. It's just tedious, but it's not impossible. And the benefit of that is that when you post something on Instagram, it automatically posts it on Facebook, along with many other things, but that's a big benefit.
I have a question before you move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for those of us who are not already doing TikToks, how would you recommend getting started on that? Or do you want to address that at a different time?
I will address it in just a minute even.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's a really daunting platform, isn't it? It feels like, oh, I don't want to make
it look so easy, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't even know how they put themselves over the background or put music over themselves. Like I don't even know where to start in that.
Yeah, and it is pretty daunting. I mean, I'll be honest, it was pretty daunting for me. Just to even start was kind of was kind of daunting. Set up your profiles, but yeah, I'll get to that in just a minute. Don't panic or get stuck in decisions that aren't vital. Keep moving. So many people will get stuck on like, oh, I need the perfect profile name and I need my bio to look just right or say all the right things, and my gallery in Instagram needs to just have this right filter, or just move. Just take a step, because you can always adjust. Don't get stuck in perfection, because just the movement is going to help you make better decisions. Honestly, it's going to help you understand what to put in your bio. It's going to help you understand what your message is and who you are and who you're trying to reach. So just move. Follow content of your avatars, content you would want to create. So look up people. So for example, I'll just use me as an example. So I'm interested in energy balancing and helping women build businesses, and doTERRA and
psychology and stuff.
Yeah, psychology, natural birth, really supporting women. So those things can kind of give you at least a put together piece of who I am on social media. So I'm going to follow content or creators of that kind of content, and I'm going to do what they're doing. To be honest, I'm going to oh yeah, like I could create a video, I could make an affirmation video, that would be easy. Or if you love to dance, which I love dance, but I am just so not good at it. So you're never going to see me doing dancing videos unless it's a deliberate flop. So really just understand who you are and the kind of content you want to create, and then follow the people who are creating that kind of content and are successful at that kind of content, and then do it. You know, a lot of the hold up in social media is that you think you have to have this new idea, that you have to just be so brilliant and creative and the only one who's ever thought of this, and you don't. You really, really don't. In fact, if you do have those ideas, it's harder to get your message across to people, because people, it's kind of a dichotomy of people want things that just barely challenge them, but then and barely teach them, but they feel super comfortable, right? So people are looking for familiar but refreshing. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel at all. Follow the kind of content that you like. Wash, rinse, repeat, etc. Know who you are. Start messing with it. Start playing around with it. Absorb the good, disconnect, and shut off the bad. So I know a lot of people struggle with social media, and it's something to be aware of, especially in the field of work that we do. It's something to be aware of, that social media can cause depression, it can cause comparison, victim mentality, or people choose to feel that way, but it's normal. It's pretty normal to have social media use and not feeling like you're enough correlate. And it doesn't have to be that way. I will say my social media feed, I actually feel quite uplifted by. Like I can scroll in the morning or scroll in the evening and go, yeah, I want to be a little bit better. Like I can contribute a little bit more to the world. And so I can't stress that enough, especially as a content creator. Just shut it off. If you have a friend or I mean, all you have to do is any sort of politics, liberal or conservative, it gets exhausting because there's so much stress and trauma and drama. And I honestly just had to turn it all off. Mm-hmm. Like I can't do this anymore. I can't take this in and keep sharing light. Mm-hmm. So
Karen, can I add this here?
Yes, please.
I just want to just second what Karen says, because this is really important. And I know a lot of even our teammates, they think of social and then they get really overwhelmed. And you know, make it work for you. Make it so that you're the one that's in control and you have the power to enjoy it. So this should be a fun platform for you where you look forward to scrolling and you're curious. So all the feeds, just play along with the algorithm and let the algorithm work for you. So I talked to Karen about this, and she enjoys it. She looks forward to seeing what this other person's posting next, because it kind of like uplifts and feeds you. So if you decide that that's what social media is going to do for you, I feel like that's what you're going to do for other people. So you're not going to be worried, like, am I going to bore her? Am I going, like her as in your avatar, am I going to like be too much and they're not going to like it? You're going to have a different attitude to this. I think, like I look forward to, and I think Karen kind of like re-emphasized that for me. I look forward to seeing what the next thing is for this person or that person, and you like following your friends. You like seeing what's up, following what's going on in their life. And oh my gosh, like that guy got married, and yay, and oh, I can't wait for his wife to get pregnant, and just stuff like that. So enjoy it. So when you enjoy it, then it's not going to be this, oh my gosh, I'm a victim to social media. You're the producer. Just keep reminding yourself, I'm the producer. You don't have to consume stuff that you don't want to consume. So unfollow or X things out, things that like annoy you or whatever. You have the power to exit out and unsubscribe, or what is it? Unfollow. Sorry. And there's a way that when you do that, the algorithm shifts and it says, okay, noted, you don't like this kind of stuff, we're not going to show you more of that stuff. So it can serve you. And the thing is, if you focus more on your purpose, then this perfection of what you're going to look like, right? The purpose and the message needs to be out there. The light needs to be out there. If you focus more on that, the fear about you and what people think of you is reduced. So, you can be out there and be more vulnerable. And you know what? It takes practice to be vulnerable. You're not going to go out there and just do a silly video at first. You're going to post some things and then you're just going to adjust. But be human. Yeah.
Yeah. Kat, I saw your comment. For Facebook and Instagram, it's really easy. You just unfollow people or block people. I mean, if you're having a really bad time of it, block people or unfollow them. TikTok, you're going to probably see a lot of content that you don't want to see at first. A lot, because it's a very young platform, and there's a lot of, I mean, for me, there's a lot of swearing, there's a lot of vulgarity, there's a lot of crudeness. And the best advice I have for that is just like flip past, search for accounts that you like, heart posts that you'd like. TikTok is going to pick it up really, really quickly, but be willing to just like swipe up and ignore it. So
yeah, you got to train it. It will know what you want if you train it.
Yeah.
So you put in a few keywords for your search, it'll start giving you more of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
and like videos. Yeah.
Like the videos that you actually like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sierra, do you want to ask your question?
Yeah, I have an Instagram account, but it's very dead. Like my part of my Instagram is very, very dead. Most of the people that I have following my Instagram are actually athletes that I coached. And I just really have never done anything with it. I had to invent it for Coach Sierra for my, former job, and never really used it. I was always using Facebook. I know now if you do a Facebook post, you can immediately make it share somehow to Instagram. So I want to set that up because I want those posts, especially for doTERRA, to be able to be on my Instagram. I basically just want to use my Instagram page as a doTERRA shout out kind of Instagram now. And I'm still using my Coach Sierra platform, so that won't matter that it's called Coach Sierra. It won't change. So what my question is since it's so small right now and there's not much on it, should I build it up before I start asking people to follow me or following other people so that they see that Instagram page? What's your suggestion on that? I want them to show up and be like, okay, she doesn't do anything on this, I'm never going to look again.
Is it already connected to your Facebook page?
It is. I think it is. I can.
Okay. So if it's already connected to your Facebook page,
it It might be connected, but it doesn't, it's not set up to automatically share. Does that make sense? So
Okay.
like when I do a normal Facebook post, it doesn't automatically go to my Instagram.
Yeah. So, and I would recommend doing it the opposite way. So I would post on Instagram and have it automatically share to Facebook.
Oh, okay.
For a lot of reasons.
That's what I do.
But I'll just suffice it to say, just trust me on that. That's what I would do. But if it's already connected, I probably wouldn't just start a new page. You can go in and change your username and change your profile.
Nope, I don't want to do any of that. I want to keep that page. I'm just saying, should I build it up with like a month worth of doTERRA posts before I start inviting people to follow me on Instagram?
No,
just do it now, even though.
no. I mean, Instagram has like depending on how long you've been active on Instagram, they have a like 50 to 100 limit per day that you can follow people or unfollow people. So I would say just start. Start.
So the other thing too, I don't know if this is what you mean, Sierra, but what I feel like Karen is saying is if you have the same name on Instagram as you have on Facebook page, it kind of connects. And if the picture is the same, it kind of follows. It's the same person. So if it's a different name, a different face, and then a different whatever, it's hard for people to say, okay, this is the same person. The consistency. So just make sure that whatever your name is, like mine is Jade Bolden, Love, Light and Healing, the same is on Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rosie has a question. Go ahead, Rosie.
Hi, ladies. Sorry, I'm on my phone and I'm not in a place that I can show my face. So I apologize about that. But what I wanted to ask is, what is, just say you've got your, what you want to post on both Instagram and Facebook. Is there too much you can post a day or not enough? Because where I'm coming from is I've got something coming up that I'm working on, but I haven't got enough posts. So I've stopped myself because I wasn't sure, should I post something every day or because some people I see posting things 3 times a day, but I haven't got enough content for all that.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I will say it changes somewhat. But right now, what I would recommend is just doing one Instagram/Facebook post a day. One post is sufficient, and you're going to see your numbers go down if you do more than that. And because they've tagged it to the point where it has started to feel spammy in posts. So one post for Instagram and Facebook a day is great. If you're talking about stories or reels or TikTok videos, I mean 3 to 15 a day. So, but I would just focus on one post a day. I mean, for the best results too, not just like, oh, like only do one post a day for now, and then in 2 months, you can start doing 2 posts a day. I would only focus on 1 post a day because a point of a post is either in Facebook, and Instagram is kind of a blog/journal entry to get your thoughts out on paper to share what you're thinking about or showing a gallery of your life or your business. Does that make sense? And so you don't have to just be posting like, trust me, you do not have to be posting like 1 oil a day until you go through all of doTERRA's oils. I mean, people are just gonna unfollow you.
Well, I'm just sort of doing something like self-care for hairdressers, and I'm concentrating on my industry, but I still work full time. So for me, I feel very overwhelmed doing too much.
yeah.
So that's what worries me. I don't want to lose. I haven't started anything too much because I don't want to start and then not have enough time to do work and build it up. Does that make sense? And then I don't want to lose people because they go, oh, she hasn't posted anything for ages or something like that. So that's where I am. I go, oh, I'm overwhelmed thinking about, oh gosh, I've got to post something every day. So I need a lot, need to get stuff organized. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's the perfectionism. Because I struggle with the same thing. I would say, I mean, most women struggle with the same thing. Because you really just have to post a little snippet. It doesn't have to be super inspiring or super detailed or super, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And most people are not going to unfollow you if you haven't posted in a long time.
Can I say something about the post?
Sure,
if I'm traveling and I'm busy, or I just haven't had the time to like get on and look, I mean, Jade and Ben both do amazing posts like all the time. Debbie Westcott, I've borrowed and posted her posts many times. And sometimes I just literally go to doTERRA.com and I look for a recipe, or when they come out with new product, whatever little blog or something like that I find interesting that day, and post it. So you can make it really easy by coming to one of our sites. Cheryl, I've shared Cheryl's several times. You can come to one of our sites and just copy and paste and put your name at the bottom, we're all a team and we're all growing together. And sometimes you just need to make it simple.
Well, I learned, I know Nora very well. And I think, Nora, your worry about what other people think is overriding your servant heart. Because when we chat, she has a ton of things she wants to tell people. And this is your opportunity. But then, just like Karen said, I love that you just focus on one message a day. You're going to talk to hairdressers every day because she teaches people. You're going to talk to clients every day, right? And so they've got stuff. So if this girl's struggling with this topic that you are passionate about, you say, note to self, post something about that. And I think, we had this conversation before, but, just say, okay, we're going to post it. And it's just a quick, information. Some people may have the plainest, background with words, and that was it. And it works very well. Karen introduced me to the holistic psychologist. She has a plain background with just words, but she has a ton of followers, and it's about the message. So again, remind yourself, what's my message? Because you're like, okay, just help this girl with, whatever, the shoulder problems, because she does the blow drying like this, right? Instead of this way. Just post that, and just have somebody, hold the video camera on your phone to you and just do like 5 seconds. This is how you do it so that your shoulders don't hurt, guys. Boom, done. So just focus on your people and serving your people, not this whole scary platform. It's about, hey, this message needs to get across, and you can be crazy, whatever, not perfect, but you'll perfect it as you go, and it's practice. So you don't worry about being consistent until you practice, until you get a hold of like, oh, I know how to post, yay. And then it's the next baby step is I should post that message today. I haven't posted for 3 days. It's okay, let's just post anyways. People can have the pleasure of scrolling back through all the stuff. So just start now with what you have.
And I think you guys underestimate yourselves too, because a big benefit and life lesson that we have learned in this group of women is how to act on intuition. So, I mean, it's one of the biggest ways to open up divine downloads and inspiration is when you have a thought of inspiration, to act on it. And we are already practicing that, right? We're already practicing that. Oh, I should I should post what my affirmations were this morning. 5 minutes, 3 affirmations, done. And so much of that is just transferring what you've already, that process of inspiration, what you already know how to do, what you've already been trained to do and have been practicing on doing, and then doing it in real life so that people can see how you shine, how you follow intuition. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go to the next slide. I think I am. Oh, okay. What to post? A better way to think of this is, what won't you post? Because besides that, the answer is everything that shows who you are and aligns with your message. So you need to be clear on what your boundaries are of what you won't post. For example, I have a friend who is super active on social media. You never see her husband on social media. And that's okay. He doesn't want to be, and they have a wonderful marriage, and it isn't personal. But yet, so that really is the better question, is like, what are your boundaries? What things are you not going to be, what things in your life will you not be posting? And then everything else that shows who you are and aligns with your message, you should be posting. I mean, well, I'll go to the next slide. So content ideas, showcase work and family culture, tasks, people you're around, family updates, events, daily updates, what you're doing, how you're doing, what you're reading, what you're eating, what you're learning, what you're reflecting on, what you're sad about, what you're happy about. And I mean that, like, and when I'm saying this, I stick by my rule with posting on Instagram and Facebook once a day, but I'm talking about Instagram stories and Facebook stories and TikTok videos. Teach with tutorials. This is a huge one right now, and it just fits so perfectly with energy balancing and natural healing, because, and you'll see them all the time. I wish I would have found an example for you, but where someone will just say, how did you heal from whatever? How did you heal from depression? And then they'll post 1, 2, 3, 4 sweet music that touches them, post. So you ask a question. I mean, you can, there's so many questions in the world. I mean, pull open your Energy Balancing with Faith book, ask one of those questions. Google search questions that people are asking, like, what do people want answers to? And with any sort of coaching or natural healing, like, I mean, you have videos for a lifetime. Like, you will not run out of ideas well, let me rephrase that. You'll hit the wall of thinking you run out of ideas, but it's not, they're out there, I promise. And this one thing, ask a question and answer it, is a huge resource. I mean, if you're hitting a wall, go to a question. Live videos, celebrate special occasions, celebrate special people. So one of the things that we're going to be implementing in at Western Timber Frame, because it's a pretty big company, it's, oh gosh, 250 employees, something like that. But something we do in my family is that on someone's birthday, we go around the whole room and we share something we love about them, or something that we're grateful for about them, or something that they taught us this year. And that's one of the things that we'll be doing at Western as a company, because one of our values is family first, people first. And when it's their birthday, we'll be posting something with their name on it, and the things, or a video with their name and the things that people had to say about them.
Like a
And so, like,
for an employee.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you think about the people in your life that are like that, like celebrate people, celebrate the connections that you make, celebrate and express gratitude, connect with other people who are, this group of women who are doing the same thing, repost their stuff, or add your own little tidbit of insight about what they posted. I mean, I did something like that with what Debbie posted the other day. It was exactly what I needed to send to my sisters. And so I just like repurposed it so they would understand, like it would apply to their situation, and sent it to them. And that's what you want to like do, that on social media. Celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate other people's accomplishments, celebrate your sisters and your friends. Join in on trends and challenges that match your niche. So on TikTok, there's trendy dances or songs or challenges. And I would say hop on board as long as it matches. It's a great way to get followers. It really is. Because when TikTok has a trend, it pushes it out more. If you're using a certain sound or doing a certain challenge, it will push it more. And so it's a great way to get followers. But I can't emphasize enough, you only want followers that you want. You don't need the numbers. You only want people who uplift and support, and you would want to be in a room with, that you would want to sell to, share your heart with, especially in this business. I mean, with other businesses, it's a little bit less like that. I mean, but especially in this business, don't go off your niche. Now, if one of your values is having fun and being funny with your family, do a funny dance video with your daughter or your little kid. I mean, awesome. But if it's not, like, don't just do something to get followers ever. Let's see. Work with an influencer friend. We kind of already talked about that. Quotes that reflect your beliefs, roles, vision, mission, etc. Polls or questions is a great way in stories to, once you have enough followers and enough engagement, to get polls is really easy because people will click on polls all day long. They'll just, mountain or ocean, people will tell you what they like, so polls is really easy to get engagement. But once you have enough followers, like, you can open up questions and answer people's questions, and etc. Anyway, so this is just ideas. If you run into a wall, don't feel like, I know it's a lot. I just want to give you guys stuff that you can do. Because so much of those first steps are like, what do I even post, or how do I make a video?
Sometimes it helps if you put a picture of your friends there. I've had a picture of my friends near my ring, my light ring. So if I see those faces, I'm just talking to them. So you're not overwhelmed. You're not thinking that you're
I love that.
Millions of people, and then you don't freak out. And then if you're looking at your friend, you're like, oh my gosh, like what would she like? So you're not posting for validation. Everyone like me, like you're sharing something that you're sad about, something you're happy about. Even if you're doing any of that, it's all about how do I add value, like edify. You've heard, and I hope you've heard Karen say that several times, how to add value to people. So it's not about you. Ben reminds me too when I'm stressed and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not doing it right. And he's like, Jade, it's not about you. And I'm like, okay, you're right. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, what does she need? What does she want to hear? If it's like, I know Ashley's funny, right? She likes to be funny. And if she's doing something funny, she's adding value to you. She's not doing it so that, hey, praise me, like me more. It's, you might need an uplifting day. But even if you're sharing your today's affirmation is this because I'm down, what you're saying to the world is, this is how I pick myself up. And I'm normal too. I have my down days. You might want to try that.
Well, and it's showing, so it's not about you, it's for other people, but how you show up for other people is by being vulnerable and authentic and letting the light come through you and out. I mean, I have a picture in my bedroom of light coming down from heaven and just like flowing out of this woman's arms and just spreading and spreading and spreading. And that's kind of what I envision with social media is, and a lot of things is letting the light come in and move out and having that constant flow of energy and love. Sierra, you had a question?
I was just going to kind of add on top of what Jade just said. The more natural you are, like, don't try to be something you're not. If you're not like a super high energy, bubbly person, don't do a video where you're like, and hello guys, I'm kind of that person. So it just comes off that way all the time for me. Yeah. But if you're shy, it's okay. Like, just get on. I have a loud voice as it is. And it's okay to be completely different, to have a soft-spoken voice and to get on and either be like a professional, self, or your shy self, or just, somebody who's, twerky and cute. Like, be your own personality, and then it'll come across as so much more genuine than if you're getting on there and then just trying to act like somebody you're not, because you want the message to get across. And the people who are your friends and like you and follow you anyway, they know who you are, and they want to see that genuine self. And even though I'm like that high energy person, like, I've gotten on and done videos. Okay, today I had a really rough day today, guys. That's why my hair looks this way or whatever. And I've had a rough day, and this is what I'm doing. Like, I've shared those kind of videos before, and I just believe in trying to be as genuine as possible.
Yeah. Amen. It's what social media is about, and it's ultimately why people will follow and love you and connect with you.
So it's about making friends, isn't it? Just creating relationships. So people need to know who you are by scrolling through. One more thing I think I want to share is that, sometimes you might feel worried about what do I post? I think as you serve more, the problem will be the opposite. You like have so much download. You're like, I want to share so much.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah. It is the opposite. I don't know which direction to go first.
And then that's for me, because I'm like, I have a ton of things. And then for me, I'm like, what repeats a couple of times in my head today that I have to really capture, because I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Oh, that's a great idea too. But then I'm like, this repeated 3 times. So I better do something about this one. Yeah. So yeah, I have to just, scramble through things and just like put it aside, put it down, and then leave it. If it comes back to me, then I'll post on it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went and took 2 seconds, I'm not even joking, and searched people and just screenshotted their page to show you a little bit of something that's a bit different, but I feel like aligns with things that you could do. And it's just, this one is just, I actually think this one's pretty cool. This is 365 days, her affirmations, and she has rain in the background. That's all she does. That's her whole account. And you can see she has 1.1 million likes, 51,000 followers. And that's all she does. And then this one is kind of the other side of that, but it's just showing, and you can see they're kind of similar accounts, but all I looked up was healing, you know? And so there's so much you can do. You don't have to be in your face making videos or funny faces, or you can, but there's just so much you can do. And I just wanted to give you a peek into ideas that are super successful that fit with our niche. And my sister actually has a TikTok page that does scripture affirmations, and it's doing well. Okay. Do we need to end, Jade? Do we just need to?
No, you can move into the business side because I think this is more businessy too.
Yeah, this last section especially.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead, Debbie.
I'm just looking over, like, I have a personal profile on Facebook, I have a page, and then I have some groups. So
Yeah.
on my personal page, I try to do like 2 to 3 personal posts, and then every once in a while I'll do kind of a business post. Maybe not even, it's business to me, but it's like you said, sharing light with the world. My question is, I just went down, I'm checking like a few of my settings and stuff, and I have my personal page set to friends only. Should I have that public?
Okay, Debbie, are you talking about a personal profile on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's use that term because the word page is like a more of a, like,
That's what I said. Like, I have my personal profile,
Yep.
and then I have a page that's like fully business.
yep.
And then I have my groups of my people that are, you know, like on my teams or that are related to essential oils and energy balancing. So on my personal profile, should I have that set to public?
So you can
Or
have
is
it
that-
you can have it a few different ways. I'll be honest and say, even though like Facebook is the #1 social media platform, but it's also dying somewhat.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what I do and what I would do, what I would recommend.
Okay.
Is I would keep my personal profile on Facebook personal. That's for the most part
Yeah.
people that I could post hard things, or that I know in person and say, Mayday, Mayday. For the most part, my personal Facebook is just like an extended group chat kind of for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and you can share personal updates on that. And then Instagram, I would connect with your business page. But I would also encourage you on Instagram to lean towards having it be, and I would recommend this with most people. There's a few exceptions, but with most people, to have it be a personal brand.
Yeah.
And so you're still posting personal things, but just realize that it's public. Does that make sense? And that it's
that's how I have it on Instagram.
That's what I would do. So still do it more personal. Business shows up in your life because it's part of your life, but it's like a personal brand page. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Perfect.
Go ahead, Sandra.
Sierra.
Did you have your hand raised? No. Okay.
I did.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, Sierra, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Never mind.
No, I just had an inspiration. I was like, oh, okay. So if you want to be really, I don't know, this is a little bit of OCD, I think, in me. I don't know. If you want to be really organized and have like themes for the day, you could have like Manic Monday, and I just wrote down like a list of things that I just started this just now. Like you could have a product day, a funny day, a blog day, an emotional day, like it could be Emotional Wednesday or something like that, Inspirational Friday or Recipe Saturday. You know, like if you want to be really organized, you can do a theme like each day of the week. So then like your followers that really love recipes will be like, oh, every Saturday she puts a recipe up or something like that. I don't know if I could be, I mean, I want to be this organized person, but I'm not sure I can keep up with it. But if you put it out there and then you kind of hold yourself accountable for it, then maybe, you know, and if you miss, you can't be hard on yourself if you miss a day or whatever. But just an idea that I just came up with. So if y'all want to, use that too.
I think it depends on how I think it just depends on how you flow. Just knowing yourself well enough to, because time blocking, like I know Jade does that, where she does this day, this day, this day, this day, this day. And if that's how your brain works, and like that's going to be really easy for you to be like, oh, Taco Tuesday, you know, whatever, you get the idea. I would say just go with it.
And in Facebook, you can schedule them. Can you do the same thing on?
Schedule.
You can schedule. Yeah.
You can schedule on Instagram or.
There's a Meta that you go to, and you just click on both Instagram and Facebook, and then you can go, okay, here's my recipe for Saturday. This Saturday, here's another
schedule it
next Saturday.
both.
Yeah, and you can do that.
You can. Yeah, you can. And if you're gonna really dive in, you can do something like HubSpot or Hootsuite that manages all your pages simultaneously.
I don't even know what that is. Never heard of that.
It's a software. And it makes it easy. That's why I'm bringing it up.
HubSpot or what?
I would recommend, for a personal brand or a personal business, I would recommend Hootsuite.
Hootsuite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But to go back to what you're saying, for me, however, I do better with going with the random flow of my brain and checking off tasks that I know are like, I put the important things first. So I have for me, I have a Google form that I've created that I just, the important things of my day, and everything else can flow in between those, but the important things of my day have to get checked off for me. And so it just know yourself well enough, or reflect and try and say, oh no, that didn't work. Or for me, it's, I've got to go with the flow or I die. I can't.
Yeah. Honor that download each day. Yeah.
Right. Whatever's inspiring.
Yeah. So I love that idea, Sierra. I'm so sorry I called you Sandra. I love that idea. I think you would have a lot of fun with that. Do it.
If you're a super organized person, I think that, and like if you like that OCD style, then I think that's a perfect plan. I say I wish I could be that person, but I'm not sure I could keep up with it.
So the Karen, it really, the amount of time I know her, I have a sense that she's confident in herself, in that way, that God will tell her when she needs to do something, and she knows that she will follow. So if you're like that, then that works for you. So yeah, but you know, it's good to have a plan and try it out and see if it works. If it doesn't, then you can switch it up. But it's a good idea. Yeah.
And sometimes God is really funny, because you think you're going to get this divine inspiration, and it is. But I mean, there was just a few days ago, I was like, okay, God, what do you want me to do next? And I literally heard the voice go, do your laundry. I was like, I know. Yeah, that does need to happen. Yep. Okay.
Well, how can you, I'm sitting here thinking, how can I make that a post? Use my doTERRA laundry soap or put
I
oils
know,
in
you
my hair.
should, and you should.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll keep going. So building growth and connection. And I'm going to preface this saying, this is what I'm doing with a marketing team and an assistant and etc. But I also I'm giving it to you guys because as a stay-at-home business, I feel like you're capable of it. And I think, and it will help grow your business. So just don't get too overwhelmed. Schedule. So week 1, we made sure to post 1 time a day to Instagram, immediately put the post in your stories, 3 to 5 stories a day. And make sure that those, if you aren't connected on Facebook, make sure they're going to Facebook, because Facebook right now is super pushing stories, is just like they're doing with videos. Week 2, 1 to 3 TikToks, reels, or shorts for that week. So this is kind of where you're going to just test. I've had my marketing assistant, just because I'm trying to teach her all of this, just try some TikToks, because it's the best way that you can learn, is just dip your toes in TikToks. And once you do, you'll really see how easy it is. The daily 5 likes, 5 comments, 5 follows, 5 story hearts, 5 story replies. So this is, for me, a lot of where inspiration comes in, where I'm really deliberate about, who do you want me to reach today, God? Who do you want me to find? What family? So for me, we do outdoor living structures. What family needs to get outside and spend more time together? Who do you want me to find today? And that's literally how I do this. 5, the daily 5. Week 3, post 1 TikTok a day across platforms, up that daily 5 to daily 10. Week 4, post 2 TikToks a day, up that daily 5 to daily 15. I'm just going to stop for a second and say, if you guys want to drop me your Gmail in the group chat, I will share this slideshow with you, because I know there's a lot of information. So
Thank you. I'm taking screenshots of everything.
okay. Yeah, I would love to share it with you. So week 4, 2 TikToks a day, up that daily 5 to daily 15. Week 5, post 3 TikToks a day, up that to daily 5 to daily 25 of each of those things. So, and then I would probably cap it out at daily 25, unless you feel pushed to do more than that. And you can go up to, honestly, 4 to 5 TikToks a day if you want to. Because they aren't gonna, every single video is going out to new users. So looks like I have some questions about, I'll answer them in just a sec. So again, this is what our business marketing plan is in launching Western social media, because they've been super, super inactive. I mean, so inactive, I can't even tell you. I mean, I found dozens of messages of people trying to reach them, and I was just like, it's so bad.
Sorry,
yeah.
question. When you say 5 follows, do you like intentionally find 5 people to follow that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because five avatar like people, because if you follow them, it's likely that they follow you. Is that right?
Yeah. So, and I will say on the follows, you can lower that. Like you don't need to do the follow. I mean, otherwise you're going to just pretty soon have you're following thousands and thousands of people. With that's a great question. So I would do that for the first 5 or 6 weeks at least, and make sure you're following people really the avatar status. Like these are people that I, or that were super aligned with my message. There's some big accounts that you can follow as well that will naturally get you more followers. But yeah, that's a good question. Oh, okay. It's just the emails. I was like, oh, I'm not going to keep up with the questions. So let's see. Okay, I just wanted to put this on there again. To just a reminder of vulnerability, consistency, connection. It's what it's all about. It's how you can connect the dots, connect the light of God in you with the light of God in others. It's how we connect. It's everything. It really is everything. So, okay, things to remember. And I have some resources. Sandra, I haven't, Sandra, why do I keep calling you Sandra? I've got to,
Yeah.
I know your name, Sierra. I do know your name. I need to check on Sandra. No, I think I might need to check on Sandra.
Exactly. That's it.
Okay. So I am going to get to your question, Sierra. Things to remember: be you, be you, be you, be only you. If you're funny, do that. If you're serious, do that. If you're thoughtful and analytical and quiet, do that. Just be you. Self-analyze only with God and trusted friends who have perspective on how you can improve, not other creators or critics. Consistency is key. Remember your why. Don't judge based on numbers or follower count. Focus on people, quality, connections, avatars, true customers. Don't spam or sell. Attract with your life and light. Teach, share, give. And then this one's really important. Reground, refocus, get guidance every day.
We were just talking about, I think Sierra said she like you planning to like do a whole bunch of posts to catch up? Yeah.
Not exactly. I was saying like on my Instagram, it's pretty empty. So should I do a month worth of post before I start following Instagram people or having them follow my Instagram?
No, just go.
Just do it.
Honestly, and I would say, I mean, I see where you're coming from somewhat. I would say as long as you have 3 posts, so that people can just see that you're not a blank page. As long as you have 3 posts, I think you can start following people. So I do see where you're coming from.
And I think the other thing is sometimes when you have like, there's some people that sell, as in here's a product, here's another product. That turns people off a lot. So I try to make it 10% of products and a lot more. Here's what I'm doing, and here's my real message behind my products.
Yeah. And I would even say 5 to 10%, because it's not that you can't. I mean, you're a business. It's not that you can't sell your product. It's not that you can't share your product. But what it comes across as, especially in the social media platform, is it comes across somewhat desperate. It comes across as, please buy something from me.
And there's not
Instead of connection. It's not about the other person. It's not about connecting with the other person. It comes across as desperate. So as long as you're adding value, as long as you're, I mean, don't shy away from that. Like, that's why I say, like, share your daily life. Like, oh, like doing the dishes, green mandarin in my dishes, you know, whatever you're doing. I really do. I love the smell of green mandarin. It's one of my favorites.
Your potential.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, oh, that's true. Whatever you're doing, share it. Like, don't be embarrassed or like, oh, I don't want to come across as spam. Like, do what you do. Do you, boo, as my son would say. But yeah, so yeah, I think 5 to 10% is a good amount. But really, what's better is educating people about why you're doing what you're doing. Like, oh, it's cold season. Oh, like, you know, just educate. It goes a lot farther.
Right.
And personalize it instead of trying to grab from people, if that makes sense. Okay, so my prayers for you all. This is what I muscle tested for you guys today. And I prayed over this group of women that would be showing up here tonight, that you would have confidence, growth, and vulnerability. And these are the 2 oils that came up. So
I carry Brave with me like every day now.
It's
so I'll have to add a rise to it.
I know. I love both of these oils with my whole heart. So it's kind of funny, but I also carry Brave. I use it as a perfume. it's one of my favorites. I love it so much. So let's see. Okay, I want to end with, let's see, this. Well, I have some resources at the end, but when men or women meet together and share their weaknesses, pray for each other, and encourage each other, both people begin changing. God is the one that saves us, but he commands us to spend time with other believers for edification and growth. And let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. Hebrews 10:24 through 25. By this we know love, that he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brothers.
Is that first quote yours?
No, actually, it was on a biblical website. I was trying to find some scriptures that matched, and it was just this pastor that was like jumped out at me, and I was like, I love that. So
love it so much.
Okay, so thank you, Earth Angels. If you have any questions, you can email me or call me. I'd love to help you out or give you some advice, etc. And here's some resources. Those are my 2 pages. I just put her on here because Jade mentioned her earlier. I just love her so much. She's a truly deep thinker in this day and age, and so I love her. I think everyone could benefit from her, so I recommend her all the time. Udemy courses. This is where I'm going to answer your question, Sierra. Especially because Udemy is having a sale right now. Lots of times their courses are in the $100 to $200 range, but you can find a lot of courses right now in the $10 to $15 range. And I would highly recommend, if you do just one thing, is finding a TikTok training video. It's going to take you 6 to 12 hours or less if you speed it up, and it will just give you the basics of TikTok and will make you feel more confident. So, but I will say you can find other trainings, like you can search on YouTube for free trainings. You can look at influencers in your niche. You can look up TikTok advice on TikTok. There's so many ways that you can get information. I like the order of Udemy courses because I like fully understanding something and then being able to go back to it. So I'd highly recommend just taking a TikTok training because you can share that across all of those platforms. And then use each other, support each other, watch each other as you start. I mean, you can follow me. I'm not going to be doing anything for a good month at this point. But I'm coming. I'm coming. And just support each other, because that's such a start conversations. Or if someone says, I was thinking about this, and then like, oh yeah, and I have this thought too, like post it, reach out, reply with a DM, comment, connect. Yeah, go ahead, Nora.
The at holistic psychologist, is that Dr. Nicole LaPera?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. And you can kind of see on, it'll be kind of fun for you guys to see maybe, but on Western Timber Frame, you'll see what my assistant is doing. So she's in this learning curve too, and she's I'm trying to teach her how to do what I would do. So you're able to see a growth process almost from the beginning. So you're welcome to follow that. Anyway, that's everything. So
fantastic. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm going to stop the recording and then we'll have some more questions, I bet.
okay, yeah.
Yep. Thank you everyone for watching.